Hello and welcome to our first workshop on searching aDoddle. So I'm Jackie King and I'm the founder and CEO of If Everyone Cares CIC, and we're the organisation that has created aDoddle.org, and I have to admit we're really rather proud of it. So thank you for joining us today. We're really welcome, and thank you to those of you who are watching this on replay. You're very welcome. So I've just introduced myself. I'd like to introduce you to aDoddle. Now, aDoddle's camera isn't on today because she never knows whether or not the internet connection is going to be fantastic or not. So aDoddle keeps her control off. So aDoddle, would you like to say hello?
Hello there. Yes, I'm aDoddle. I've been with aDoddle now for a good 7-8 months, I think now. I help behind the scenes with social media and a bit of admin as well. And I'll be helping Jackie. If you've got any questions, please put them in the chat and we'll be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you ever so much, aDoddle. So aDoddle underestimates what she does. aDoddle is one of my amazing support work team. So I have dyslexia. I'm also have autism and ADHD. And so I have an amazing little team, or amazing team actually, of people who support me and help me to do my work and act as my memory joggers and everything else. So aDoddle will keep an eye on the Q&A box to see if anybody asks any questions. If not, we'll cover everything during the session. So a couple of things before we start. This session is being recorded. Your questions that you put in the chat box won't show. You do have the ability, if you're joining us live, to raise your hand and actually come to the stage if you want to and ask your question, for which you can turn your camera on or off. It doesn't matter. In a minute, I'll be sharing my screen. There is time for Q&A at the end, but you can also ask any questions during the session. If I do see them, then I will sort of add that into the session itself. Afterwards, you have an opportunity, if you're with us live, to come out and join us in the virtual lounge afterwards, and we sort of sit around a virtual table and you can ask any questions there as well. The recording will be available afterwards, and if you would like to get in contact with any questions, please do. You can either do that through the website or through hello@aDoddle.org. So thank you ever so much and welcome to the session. We have no fire alarms or anything like that scheduled for today. So if they go off wherever you are, please make sure that you do leave in a safe and secure way. And if you need refreshments, then because it's virtual, you know where your refreshments are. So welcome to the session. I'm going to share my screen now. And as I say, this is the first time that we've done the searching aDoddle workshop. So I have to admit, I'm nervous. I use aDoddle all the time, but there are things that I just take for granted. So let's take you to the homepage of aDoddle first. Now, I've got a few pages open, as you can see. That's just in case we have any slight issues with the internet connection. So they're just there. So on the main homepage, so what about if you don't know what aDoddle is or why aDoddle exists? Let's just give you a quick 1-minute introduction. So aDoddle started as an idea back in 2010 when I was a trainer helping people who'd been out of work long-term due to illness and disability. And the one thing that I noticed was that had each of those people that I met, who were amazing people, had they been able to find help and support that existed within their local community at the time, then many of them wouldn't have reached crisis point. They wouldn't have slipped through the cracks of the system that's happening. They would have been able to, or their family would have been able to find help, support, opportunities, resources in their own community at that time, rather than being on long waiting lists for doctors or feeling so alone and isolated. So aDoddle was born from that. The first map was launched in February 2016. And since then, we've just grown the maps. We now have 101. We added another map over the weekend. Area maps across the UK. Some have got lots of pinpoints on, some haven't got very many. We've got roughly 3,000 organisations on the maps at the moment. Yet when you think there are over 150,000 charities across the UK and even more community groups and organisations, well, you can see that we have still got a long way to go. However, people are finding help and support already. People are finding places to volunteer. They are finding places to connect with other people, community groups, places that can help them to reduce their isolation, to connect with others, make friends, and improve the quality of their life. So aDoddle is about all of those things, and it is there to support you and your community. If you're an organisation that's listening to this, please, or you know of an organisation locally, please add your profile. It is like a miniature website and it is totally free. And all you have to do to add it is fill in a form. In fact, there's 2 sections of the form. The first section to get your pinpoint on the map, and the second section to fill in, which is more details about the 5 key things that people want to know about your organisation. And sharing that, creating your profile. Once your profile is complete, we actually then share that through our own social media, all free of charge. And it helps people in communities to find you. So, right, enough of my talking about aDoddle. Let's show you around and show you the different ways that you can search. So you might see that on this website, I don't know if you can see where my mouse is, maybe not actually. Oh yes, maybe just at the top. So at the top of the screen towards the right-hand side, you can see that it says start typing a location, e.g. Exeter. And you can start searching there. That's place 1. Place 2 is if you look at the menu across the top, going from the left to right, it goes home, search. There's a little down arrow by the search. Now you can click on the down arrow and it says begin your search. And then it says area community maps. And then it says recently updated projects. All of those places will help you to see things. So I'm going to go first of all to recently updated projects. Let's go there. So this will show you some of the latest updated organisations. So you've got Kira's Kingdom, Mindsum, Dementia Support, the Friends of Chelsea Children's Hospital, the Friendship Peer Support, Turning Tides, Merry-Go-Round Toy Library. Now, I know that one, they're actually based in Exeter, which is not too far away from where we are. So you can actually get to see some of the latest organisations, and seeing them is brilliant because you get to know about organisations that you may not have known about before then. So let's have a look at Kira's Kingdom. There you are. So here you are. This is what a profile looks like. So this is just giving you a start of when you find an organisation, what you can see. Within a profile, up here, now this organisation could add a header image if they wanted to. They've chosen a branding colour. So you can see here they've got their logo. Now they've got the categories here. So this tells you what categories they're under. So advocacy, crisis support, family, disability, and they've got 5 others there as well. Okay? They tell you here in the overview who they help and why they help and the difference it makes. Then on this next tab, what they do, all about volunteering opportunities and any additional information. You'll also see then on this profile, there's a get in touch button. You can click on here and this will help you to get instantly in contact with the organisation, not with us at aDoddle. It goes directly to the organisation. You can see where they are. So this organisation is based in Stockport. Now, they've hidden their address. Now, this might be because it's an organisation based from somebody's home. Doesn't mean that you can't get in contact with them. You've then got the ability to get in contact via their email address, via their website, or through the get in touch. Okay? But there has to be the ability. You can see that they are based in the Stockport area, and that gives you that bit of information. Opening hours here. It's open 24/7. So therefore, you can email at any time. It doesn't necessarily mean you would get an answer at any time. You may, but I'm not going to promise that. I'm not going to promise that to do with any organisation. But this is the general layout of every profile. So once you've been to one, you know where you can go to for the different bits of information around one. So this is all valid to do with searching aDoddle, because what happens when you've done your search and you find organisations? Well, this is an example of what an organisation looks like. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but we actually hide the aDoddle header here when somebody's searching or viewing an organisation, because actually it's not about aDoddle, it's about the organisation and the potential help and support or connection that you've found. So if you want to see the header again, you can just click that up there. Also, you might have noticed there's a little heart here that says add to list. You can create a free account on aDoddle, and then you can start saving your favourite organisations. And any organisation that you find that you really like, you can choose to add to list here just through this heart. And I'll show you a couple of other views where you can do it in slightly different ways as well. So let's go back to that search one, area community maps. This is another way of searching. And this is because across the UK, there are 12 main regions across the UK. So on this page, we've got each of the 12 regions, and then you can select which one you want to go to. So I'm going to click on the Southwest. Okay, let's scroll down and you can see all of the area maps that we've got for the Southwest. So I think we've got maybe 27, I think it is, something like that now. So I'm going to click on Bournemouth here. So let's see in a bit more detail. This opens up the Bournemouth community map. So you're instantly in that area. And as I said, we've got 101 of these different maps across the UK. So what you can see on this map is, oh, look, it looks a little bit different here. So you've got the different pinpoints. Now there's a relevance with these pinpoints as to the different colours that they are. If it's purple, it means that there is more than one there. So if I click on that, you'll see it opens up. So if I click on that, again, it opens up. I'm just going to zoom back out again a little bit, and we'll get a few more of these up. And I'm going to go update. And let's zoom back out again a little bit more and update. So look, we've got one here. Green means that it's been updated, the information in it has been updated in the last 6 months. If it is blue, I'm just trying to find you a blue one here. Let's go update results. So let's find, oh, I can't see an actual blue one there for a minute. But if it's turquoise, it's been updated in 6 to 12 months. And if it's blue, it's over 12 months. Now we do have some on here that are grey. Now to explain the grey ones, grey is it's over 24 months. Now we haven't removed them from the maps because actually sometimes it might be that the person who set up the profile has left that organisation and they haven't realised they haven't updated it. But you can still go onto that organisation and you could have a look at it and see whether or not they've got a social media page. Now this one actually hasn't, but they have got a website. So you could go out to their website and see if their website still exists. Well, this one does. So you can see that actually they are still here. They've also got Facebook, LinkedIn, and I'm not sure, YouTube. So you could have a look at their Facebook page and see if they're still active. That way it gives you a bit of information. So the traffic light system helps you in the first place. But don't think because something is turquoise, blue or grey that they're not active. They may be. That's why we keep them on the map. So again, you can see the profile here. This profile comes up in this little window here for you. You can see that this is blue here. So there you are. Right. That gives you a little bit of information on the maps. Let's go and start an actual search. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to come back to aDoddle over here. Oh, helps if I actually go back to aDoddle, doesn't it? Let's come back to search. And let's go begin your search. So begin your search is here, and that is the one that was the top choice here. Okay, so begin your search. Let's go. I'm going to go to this one here. So I'm going to start typing in a location. Let's go to Bristol. and see what's there. Helps if I spell it correctly. Once you've typed it in, you've got some different area choices here. I'm going to go there. Now, I'm not going to put on a radius or any filters at the moment. I'm just going to go search. Okay, so you'll see that this is slowly starting up. There you are. Oh my goodness. Look at all these pinpoints on the map here. And you can see that there's a variety of the different colors here. Okay, so we're here. Let's go. Let's stick a radius of 25 miles on there. And you can see that now it's showing you the 25 miles. Now, part of the reason that I chose Bristol was because actually you've got that Bristol river, no, sea, whichever it is. There you are. I'm having one of those definitely mind blip moments. There you are. But you can see across to Cardiff. Now, that may be 25 miles by going across the water, but it's not necessarily by driving. So, but you have actually got everything then along this coast bit here. So you can see where this is. You can see that there's quite a lot in Weston-super-Mare, actually. It's a very active little area for organisations. So let's see, we've got the 25 miles. Now, we're viewing it here in the map view. We can click on any of these here. So you've got Ability Net. What else have you got? The Cheddar Valley Football Club. You've got Turning Point. So those are the green ones. So you know instantly. To look at any more detail on it, just click this link here. I'm not going to do that for the moment. Let's show you in list view. If I click list up here at the top, so at the moment we are viewing the results by distance. So the closest ones to that centre point of Bristol. Okay, but you might want to view your results in the last updated. So let's go to green. So last updated. So you will see everything based on. So this one, Western Hospice Care. There you are. Befriending Alliance. Now, when they don't have a picture up here, this is because they may not have stuck a graphic in their header and they may not have any graphics in their media library. But you can actually then see the different organisations here. Now, let's have a look. Let's add some filters here. So you can hone in on your search to see what there is. So let's have a look. Now, we don't do our maps by starting with filters and tags because we believe that it's not our choice of what organisations you should see. So by not making you search by filters and allowing that to be your own choice, you get the opportunity to see more organisations and have more choice. Because it may be that you haven't thought that you'd like to go and join the local photography club. You haven't thought that you wouldn't mind going volunteering at the local age where they do wonderful memory cafes, and they might do a memory cafe afternoon, and you might want to go along and volunteer to help to play games or play music. You might have a beautiful singing voice or something like that where you can take that skill there. You might be amazing at doing knitting, or you might be great at doing admin and you want to go and volunteer for an organisation, and you suddenly see an organisation that speaks to you. But you can use these filters. So you can search all profile types here. So you can enable a radius, search all profile types, or you can turn that off. If you only want to see charities, then you can unclick these other ones here. If you only want to see events, okay, or community groups, you choose, or you can see all of them, okay? Then you can add a keyword. So I'm going to add a specific one that I can see here. I'm going to add hospice. Okay, and let's see what we come up with. So a keyword is when you don't necessarily want to use one of our categories. Now you can use categories. You can also choose whether it's extra tags. Is it accessible? Does it have free Wi-Fi? So you can choose any of these, any or as many, remembering that the more that you use, the fewer your results may be. And if you don't get a result in one, come and remove that category and add something else. Play with it until you can see results. I'm just going to leave that hospice one there and let's see whether we get the Western Hospice Care. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to click Update Filters and see. Look at this. So we've got two here. we've got the Western Hospice Care, and then we've got Together for Short Lives. Now, Together for Short Lives is blue at this present moment. However, it doesn't mean that it's not still active. So let's have a look. If I click here, now, because we've come in through the main aDoddle UK-wide map, we get to see the profile in a slightly different way, but still the same layout. So let's have a look. So you've got the information about what they do. But look, amazing. They've got information. They've got their Twitter page and their Facebook page and Instagram. Let's find out whether they're still active. Let's go to their Facebook page. Are they still active? Oh, look, they are still active. Look, they posted just 19 hours ago. So even though it's been more than 12 months since they updated, they are still active. So it shows that the colours on the pinpoints help you to know how accurate the information is. It doesn't take away from the fact that this could be an amazing organisation and it could still be active. It's just that they haven't updated their profile recently. So anyway, if you know Together for Short Lives, then please get in contact with them and ask them to update their profile. So let's come back to the maps. Okay, so we'll come back in here. Now I'm going to show the header. I'm going to go back. Actually, I'm just going to go backwards. I'm going to go back to my search here. So we've got Western Hospice Care. Let's go back to our filters again. Let's remove the hospice and let's choose something that has got free Wi-Fi, which is really important for people at the moment with the latest cost of living crisis that's going on. There are many people who have got their smartphones but actually can't afford to have data on them, which means that they may not be able to look on the maps or find the help and support that they need. However, if they could go to the local library and know where there's free Wi-Fi, they can actually go in and they can access those things. Oh, look, sorry, no projects to show yet. Now, those tags at the bottom are relatively new. We've only put them in the last 2 to 3 months. So basically in the Bristol area, it probably means that those organisations in that area haven't yet updated the tags on their profiles. So, but that's okay. Let's increase the, they are 200 miles. And I know that that's a big one, but you can go out, you can change that area. You can look for nationwide as well. There are so many different ways that you can search the map by using the filters, by not using the filters, by adding an area, by looking nationwide as well. So let's go nationwide, but let's go back to the map view and let's go. Oh, look, we've only got one there. I'm going to zoom out because we are in. Here you are. Let's bring this down. So these are the organisations so far that have updated their tags. Let's go up here. Can you see this key? If ever you forget what the colours mean, you can click on this key and it will tell you about the traffic light. So if it's blue, it's over 12 months, turquoise within the last 12 to 12 months, and green is within the last 6 months. So that tells you that. Right. Let's think about what else you could maybe do. Do you remember I said that there were different ways of you adding organisations to your list? So let's go to this one. So this is called Glow. If you want to add this to your list, you can come here and you can click on the heart. You can see if it's grey, it's not on your list yet. But if it's the purple colour, then it is on your list. So you can add it from there. Now let's go to list view and show you how you can do it here. Can you see at the top of each profile, there's a little heart, grey on the outside, white in the middle. You hover over there and you can choose to click, okay, and add that in. Now, I can see that we haven't got any questions in the Q&A, and because it's our first one like this, I don't know what questions you might be asking. So this is a quick 25-minute guide to searching. It's the first time we've done it. And if you've got any questions, please do ask them now, or you can come into the virtual lounge. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second so we can come back here. And, any questions that you have after this, because it will be on the replay, I do forget to share things. I'm so used to being around aDoddle all the time. I forget some of the amazing things that it can do, and I might have forgotten to share something. So, please do ask. Please do say, Jackie, you could have said this or you could have said that. But otherwise, if there's nothing more at this moment, then I wait to join you out on the virtual tables in the virtual lounge. For those of you who have been watching on replay, I look forward to having any questions from you at all so we can make the next workshop on searching even better. But otherwise, I'd like to say thank you so much for joining us today. And thank you so much for watching the replay if that's what you've done. So take care. Have a great day, week, whatever it is. I hope that you're keeping well. Thank you for joining us and take care. Bye.